We welcome in Ralphie May. Ralphie, great to see you.
Ralphie.
It's great to be here, guys. I tell you, wow, 4 below zero.
Yeah.
Yikes. And me without my suntan oil. What was I thinking, man? The kids have their bathing suits, so we're gonna get out in it today. That's awesome.
While it was still dark,
didn't want to pay the.
Oh, I bet.
We have our 2 dogs with us. We have an English bulldog who got lost in the snow a little bit, and she was like, "Daddy, which way, Daddy?" She had no idea.
I just saw them out for a walk.
Oh yeah,
a second ago.
My wife took them out. Yeah, she braved it before I did. I was like,
they probably smelled the dogs around here. Our owner's got 4 Cocker Spaniels that spend a lot on around here.
Oh,
so they're
really?
probably on the hunt.
They loved it. They were reading the classifieds. It's fantastic, They're leaving a little IOU messages for them. I think they left a couple of messages over there. We picked it up. So.
You are rolling in style. Just before dawn broke, you got a really nice rig that you ride around in.
Yeah. We got this bus is we lease them when we go on the road like this because tonight we're doing it, of course, here in Iowa City, and then we're doing the tomorrow night St. Louis, Missouri, and then Saturday we're in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and then Madison, Wisconsin, and then driving back to Nashville. And it's interesting, but that bus just makes it so much easier, especially so as a family we all get to be together. My wife's also a stand-up comic, and she's actually on the bus right now feeding August, my nephew. But we have the nanny on there, my nephew, my son. What was I thinking? Oh my God, I wish I could shirk the responsibility sometimes. As a dad, you go, I don't have to clean that, right? I do, don't I? Yeah, first to smell it, pretty much has to change it.
And you get some familiarity, too. You don't have to unpack and pack. It's one of the perks of having your career go as great as it's going.
Well, it's going way better than I ever thought it would be. I was just happy to make a living. And then Last Comic Standing happened, and then, I went from living in an apartment a little bit bigger than this studio in Los Angeles off of Crenshaw and Adams, which is not the best part of Los Angeles, okay? I was the only cracker in the box over there, all right? You know what I'm saying? And every night there'd be helicopters and lights shining in on your windows and stuff like that. Danger, danger. 2 and 6 months later, buying a house in the Hollywood Hills. So,
how many dates are you doing a year now? And it's cool that you two can travel together. Does your wife always open for you? No, not all the time. She's also a headliner, so she goes sometimes with the nanny and the kids, and I'll go a different direction. We do. I do shows. I do about I'd say 390 to 400 shows a year.
Oh my God!
And then there's weeks like this that I only do 4 shows. But last week I did 12, so it just evens it out. We were in Raleigh, Durham, North Carolina last week, and they just kept on selling out. So we were doing 3 shows on Thursday, 3 shows on Friday, 4 on Saturday. First one started at 5, last one started at 12:30.
So personally, you're just open to whatever the demand is. You're not necessarily saying, "Here's what I choose to do date-wise," and now let's
I don't want to drive it up. See, if I do less shows, they have to drive the ticket price up. And I honestly, growing up most of my life with no comma in my bank account, knowing what it means to stretch a dollar, I couldn't have afforded to see me if I charged what I had to, if I condensed the shows down. And so I keep it relatively, in the $20 range to $20 to $30, depending on if it's a theater. Theaters are more expensive, overall, and I actually make less money at theaters, but I can get more volume in at one time and bring them in and do the show. But
to which, let me point out real quickly, you're at the Englert Theater tonight, 7:30. And if tickets are still hanging in there, you can go to the Englert box office or, of course, online at englert.org. It's a great theater. I know you're going to enjoy it.
I heard it's beautiful.
Yeah, it is.
Great. It's a beautiful little jewel, man.
It really is.
When they said, "Do you want to go to Iowa City?" and I've never been to Iowa City. The closest I've ever been was Quad Cities, and I went to Ross's over there and I had a cheeseburger. That Ross cheeseburger, that's lights out. Check.
Good stuff.
But I've noticed, because we spend I come in the summer right before the fair to Des Moines. My buddy Paul Lane over at the Funny Bone. It's the corn here is sent by God. I don't know how it can be. It could taste any better. When I eat my corn, I eat 2 at a time. Okay, and I dredge it in the butter and the and Tony Chachere's. Okay, all right, and the spice. I like spice. All right, and then I just rake it across my teeth. I don't even chew it. I just and I got corn juice going down. I got butter and spice going into like if you have a little like grease of your lips, it's burning a little bit. I don't care. There can only be one Highlander. That's my wife. I'll go through 5 ears of corn at a meal. I'll have the smallest piece of meat they can, the smallest protein, and I say I want 4 ears, and they're going 4, and I'm like 4, I'm 4, all right, and then they're looking at me strange as I whip out my own Tony Chachere's, and if they don't have the right hot sauce, I bring that out too. When I come to Iowa, I come prepared, Jack. I love it. It's a great state, man, and I know it's cold as all get out, but it is so beautiful out today. Oh my gosh,
isn't it?
It really is beautiful country, man.
Yeah.
I can't imagine growing up here. It'd be so much fun. I grew up in Arkansas, so this to me, Iowa City would be like Tinseltown, where my little town in Arkansas is like 5,000 people, or not even that. But it was interesting growing up. But I got to tell you, fellas, I'm excited about, comedy's really good right now. I mean, with all the mess going on with Tiger Woods and stuff like that, it just keeps on getting better and better.
Talk about sent from God. There you go. Right in your lap.
I know you don't even because I'm a very a culture and topical comic, but I'm also like I make fun of race a lot. I talk about it so we can take the punch out of it. And this might be the funniest thing that's ever happened for me. I mean, it's a perfect storm. Okay, you've got. All right, like if you didn't know that Tiger Woods was really half Asian and half black, the last 3 months have proven both, have they not? I mean, the whole thing started off with a single car crash where he went through 2 hedgerows, striking a fire hydrant and a tree, never going over 20 miles an hour in his own neighborhood. That might be the most Asian-y thing I've ever heard of. Okay, I'm serious. As far as Asian goes, that's got to be more Asian than Rusi Roo, and that's how a Chinese person would say Lucy Liu, a Chinese actress. That's a perfect storm. All right, okay, all right. I mean, you're the gatekeeper to the Shaolin Temple. All right, and then we find out that he's cheating on his smoking hot white wife with like 14 other white women. That's like NBA black. That's like 92 double dipping Scottie Pippen. Remember Scottie Pippen telling women in 92, oh no, I got shoes coming out like Michael. I got shoes just like Michael's coming out. Hilarious. Okay, and it just keeps on getting better and better, man. I mean, it's like that apology. How contrived was that?
That was stiff.
That was really stiff. I mean, and first of all, don't leave the media out there. If you're gonna be honest and be forthright, then just open up and do it, dude. Yeah. Don't do this. I wish he'd have come out and go, look, yeah, I did it, and I'm not sorry I did it, obviously. I'm just sorry I got caught. I'm sorry I hurt my wife, and if we work things out, that's great. But I don't owe any of y'all an apology, all right? And let me tell you what's going to happen in 2010. I'm going to come to your town. I'm going to knock out all your skanks, all right? And I'm going to win a golf championship, and there ain't nothing you can do about either, son, all right? And let me tell you what, after a long night of knocking those skanks down, all right, I could become, with the loss of electrolytes, I could tend to become dehydrated without my friend Gatorade. That's right. I'm back.